We're here with Michael, and he's going to tell us about his amazing DeLorean.
It's 30-year-old technology, but having said that, it's a very, very comfortable car to drive. I drive it up and down the motorway, and there's absolutely no problems whatsoever. It does about 25 miles to the gallon. Owning the car, you'd think a car that's 30 years old, you might have difficulty getting spare parts, but we can get spare parts for them still. Some of the spare parts have to be imported from the United States, but they're still obtainable, and they're at a reasonable price as well. I've had my car now since 1997. I suppose when I had it in 1997, not many people knew about the cars, and with what people have learnt now, I think if there is a problem, somebody else has had that problem, so you can actually deal with it.
And obviously such an iconic car, when you pull up somewhere at a petrol station, what type of reaction do you get?
Well, filling up the car normally takes about half an hour because you roll up and people want to have their photographs taken in it. I can remember once in my local town that a dust cart pulled up, and the guys that were emptying the refuse, they all charged over, about 5 of them, and I think we had about a half an hour with them all sitting there having their photographs taken. So when you fill up with fuel, that's something you have to put up with. But it's good though, I enjoy it because I like the car and people enjoy it as well. So
excellent.
It's good.
Great. Well, and if somebody was looking at getting one, obviously in a very rare car, not many for sale, things like that, but they do come occasionally for sale.
Yes, they are. You can find them on eBay, you can find them in our Delorean Club magazine. There's cars for sale. So there are several come up during the course of a year.
What sort of price do they?
Well, you see there's left-hand drives and there's right-hand drives car. Right-hand drive cars are extremely rare and they don't come up very frequently at all. But a left-hand drive, if you want a good one where you haven't got to do very much work on it, I suppose, being realistic, you've got to pay about £27,000 to £30,000.
So for such an iconic car, relatively very good value, I would say.
Well, I think so.
Gary is the owner of an iconic Aston Martin DB6. We're going to ask him what it's like to drive, what it's like to run, what it's like to own such an amazing classic car. So Gary?
Well, it's great to drive. It's really, really nice to drive. They're very economical to run actually, because once you bought them, that's the trouble now. In the recent years, the prices have rocketed. So, but there's quite a lot of owners have had them for a long time. So obviously they're not having to pay these what I think are excessive prices.
Prices are going up every year.
Yeah, they've gone up a bit too much really, freezing out some of the real enthusiasts. I drive the car a lot. I do about 3,000 to 4,000 miles a year in it. Maintenance is easy because you can do most of the work on it yourself. Very nice to drive. I've got a manual, but apparently the automatic DB6s are not very nice. I was actually told if I ever tried an automatic, I would never have one.
Oh, I see. But what type of reaction do you get from other road users and pedestrians?
It's always where you stop off the garage, fill it with fuel, and somebody will always come up and say, "What a beautiful car."
We're here with Ed, and he's the owner of this very impressive Mercedes Gull-wing. He's going to tell us a little bit about it. Over to you, Ed.
Well, this car was manufactured in 1956, and they made these from 1953 to 1957. So it's 1,400 made, and then they changed to a roadster, mainly for the Californian west coast of America market. So it's derived from a racing car. And it was the first production car that did 150 miles an hour. So that was 60 years ago.
What's it like for reliability or to drive on the road today?
Yeah, it's fine. It's got drum brakes. They introduced disc brakes in the Roadster in the latter years, but drum brakes are more than adequate.
And obviously, if you pull up at a petrol station, the doors must gather so much attention. What sort of reaction do you get?
It's a bit of a honeypot wherever you go. People take an interest in it, and even on the road, you'll get attention from the other drivers, and people take photos out of the windows as they pass by.
And these are so rare. I mean, they don't often come on the market for sale. If somebody ever wanted to look at buying one, they're not many for sale.
Yeah, they're not. They do come on the market, of course, but
just out of interest, what are they worth approximately? Would you think?
Well, anything from sort of 850,000 plus.
So it's
demand quite high prices because of the rarity value, and they're iconic,
Yeah.
and they're not going to make any more.